Psalms 41:9. David foreknew. That's what Jude means when he says that it had been ordained beforehand. Write this down. Ordained in that text simply means that it was before ordained. In that verse, before ordained simply means to write, W-R-I-T-E, before. It was written before they were born. It was written before they got on the scene. It was written before it happened. The book of Jude has been around, as far as we are concerned, 2,000 years. So it has already been written. It was ordained before me and you got here so that we would be made aware of certain ones creeping in unaware. 41:9, David writes that Judas would be a friend, and he writes what will happen at the table. Somebody read it. Who's got the mic? Give me the mic. Quick. Give me that. No, I want you to read it, hear it. I want everybody to hear it and see it. 41:9. David says, long before Judas is born. This is what it means in that text. What does it read?
Yea, my own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, have lifted up his heel against me.
Everybody see that? Speaking as if in the voice of Jesus. My own friend ate bread with me, foreordained. It does not mean, listen carefully, just because it was foreknown does not mean that God made it happen. Turn to Zechariah, 11th chapter. Read verse 12 and 13. There, Zechariah foreordains that 30 pieces of silver would be used to betray. Read. Zechariah 11, verse 12 and 13. Ordained beforehand does not mean there, predestined, just that he knew. God knew. 11th chapter, verse 12 and 13. Who's got it? Read quickly.
Zechariah 11, 12, and 13. I then said to them, if it seems right to you, give me my wages, but if not, keep them. So they weighed out as my wages 30 shekels of silver. 13. Then the Lord said to me, throw it into the treasury, this lordly price at which I was valued by them. So I took the 30 shekels of silver and threw them into the treasury in the house of the Lord.
Long before Judas was born, it was written beforehand. An astronomer can give as much as possible the exact time that the sun will rise. It does not mean that he made the sun rise. He just said the sun will rise such and such a time. An astronomer, as much as possible on the human side, can tell us what phase of the moon will appear. Full moon, half moon, quarter moon. Does not mean that he causes the moon to change, but he gives a prediction that it will be in those phases. An astronomer can tell as much as possible that a comet is on the way. He doesn't cause the comet to come, And if I put it on your and my level, if you and I have seen a movie, don't you hate being around folk that already seen the movie? Wait, look, right in there, right? He gonna kill him when he get to that corner. They have already seen it. You understand? They already have foreknowledge of what's going to happen. So they are telling the person that ain't seen it yet what's going to happen. They are not causing the movie event, but because they have already seen it. So the prophet already had been shown by God, and they warned. So Jude is telling us this, my brothers and sisters, tonight. To warn, put it down, to warn. And we're just at verse 4. He's telling us this much so far: to warn, to enlighten, and to strengthen. It's not to make us shudder. It's not to make us become cowards. But it's to give us heads up. That's how serious church is.